everyone, welcome back to the Bros. Marcos,
What's up, everybody?
how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It was Halloween yesterday. Happy 1st of November.
Happy Dia de los Muertos.
Happy Dia de los Muertos. Day to watch Coco.
I did watch Coco.
I figured you would. With three little kids, I think nothing less.
I mean, there's nothing like trying to put them to, well, not trying, putting them to bed with Remember Me.
Now I gotta ask, did you eat some tamales while watching it?
Heck no. I ate today we ate milanesa, so nothing Mexican.
Oh, no, no. You're a Mexican, apparently today.
I am Mexican. But yes, Halloween was yesterday. And I need to know first, how was your Halloween? What did you end up doing?
So as you know, I dress up as Ken, so it was a big hit. Everybody loved it. They loved the outfit, loved the costume.
I'm sure.
They did. We threw a good Halloween party here, concert. Since, as you know, I don't play any instrument, I was not granted with that gift in my
Nope.
life.
You zero
Zero,
instrumentals.
zero skills in playing instruments at all. They put me on the great instrument of vocals.
Oh gosh, and even then I worry about that.
Hey, it was a hit. People loved it. They didn't walk out. They didn't leave. They loved every song, so that was good.
They probably treated it like a karaoke bar. And they thought
Probably.
probably thought you're like the permanent karaoke guy.
Hey, it was a hit. People were applauding. It wasn't a pity clap. It was a well earned clap.
All right, fine. Without embarrassing yourself anymore, we'll just say yes. Good job, Marcos.
Thank you. So, how was your Halloween? What did you end up dressing up as?
So we were the vampire family. All of
Oh,
us
like not
dressed
not
up as something like
not the Adams
vampires.
family.
Not the Addams family. That's a little too much. Yeah, that takes a lot of work, and we did like the minimal amount of work. So I literally found a cape, put on a white shirt, black pants, and my wife drew like red lipstick on the sides of my face, and I think I got it all off. I think when I was looking in the mirror earlier, I had like a little bit down here in my beard. But um but yeah, so we dressed up as the vampire family, and then we had a party with our friends where um Mike Myers Mike Myers, is that the guy that kills people?
Michael Myers. Yeah, yeah, that's the
Okay.
guy.
Okay, that's the guy. Okay. He joined us and he did some dancing. So if you guys are lucky, you guys might see some videos or pictures. I sent it to you.
I saw them. He looked like he was at a good time. He was a good dancer.
He was look,
The
it
the
was what
kid the kids enjoyed it, I'm sure.
look, yes, they did. And he's one of our really good friends. And he, oh my gosh, anytime he got onto the dance floor, he always had the mask on. I couldn't take him serious. I is super funny.
Oh my goodness,
So
that's awesome.
so
That's
we
awesome.
we enjoyed ourselves. It was a lot of fun. Kids trick or treat maybe for an hour before we are like, it's too cold, go home. So
Yeah.
we have some candy.
We here at our house, we were too lazy to answer the door every single time during our concert. So we were those people, we left a bowl of candy outside. And
Did
by
your
then,
bowl of did your bowl of candy get stolen?
well, the bowl was still there, but the candy was all gone.
Oh,
By 8 o'clock, by the time we started the concert, there was a whole bowl of candy still in there, but by the end of the night, candy gone. So we're like, yeah, somebody probably just dumped it in their bag.
yeah, yeah. For me, not cool. All y'all, if you were the candy dumpers that just dump bowls of candy, shame on you.
Please come return the candy back to my house.
No, that's being a cheapskate. You
I
just
would
want.
like I want my almond joys back, preferably.
How do you eat your almond joys?
You take a bite out of it? Like how else do you eat almond joy?
You don't have a certain way to eat almond joys?
No, like is there a way to eat an almond joy?
Yes.
Okay, teach me.
You bite out the almond first, eat the almond first, and then you have a whole bar of chocolate and coconut.
No. That's
No,
I would
because
rather
I don't like almonds really. So, but I really like the rest of the candy bar. So I hurry and eat the. I know normal people would probably be like just bite it out and throw it away. I'll eat the almond, but but I want just the whole bar, chocolate and coconut.
No, I'm one. I'm just like just eat it. Just put it in
So,
your mouth. Just be a
but
man.
but some people tell me, why don't you just eat mounds? No, because that's dark chocolate, and that just has a different taste.
I'm there. I've never been a fan of dark chocolate. It's all milk chocolate. Always milk chocolate.
Well, now I guess now it begs the question we all need to know now. What is your go-to Halloween candy?
Um, that's all. I'm gonna go Snickers and Almond Joy.
Okay, so
Yeah. Snickers, Almond Joy.
I'll stick with Snickers also, but Reese's.
Oh, see, I am not a fan of peanut butter at all. Like, no,
Did we grow up in the same house?
probably not. Apparently not. So, I
What?
I just don't like the taste of peanut butter. It's just like I don't know. It's just something about it. Like,
The
I'll eat a PB&J, right? Like PB&J is fine for me, but it's just the taste of peanut butter that just always gets me.
the
It's
amount of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches that mom made us for lunches,
it was too many. It was too many.
it was literally almost every day.
And then don't get me started with everybody with the celery and peanut butter and chocolate chips.
Okay, leave out the chocolate chips. I'm fine with celery and peanut butter.
Yeah.
But holy cow, I can't believe you. I'm shocked now. I don't know how I can continue the rest of the show, but we'll do it anyways.
Hey, it's not dark chocolate, so
I
there's
don't
that.
know. I don't know. I have trust issues now with you. Um, we
But
have a
I
oh
have to ask before we
what?
continue, since it is the 1st of November, well, those who watch listening will be the 2nd of November. I gotta ask, will you be participating in No Shame November?
Now that's I guess here's another topic to bring up. Does no shave November mean that you because it says no
You,
shave, but
you start
it
you start
doesn't
from
say.
this. You start from the beginning.
No, I'm not gonna start from the beginning. Are you kidding me? How long it takes me to do this? But does it mean no trim? It just says no shave. You ever thought
I,
about
I
that?
for me, when it comes to no shave, I think it's like no trimming, no razor, nothing for an entire month.
You see, but I have facial hair all the time, so technically I'm not shaving clean. I still have facial hair. I just can't look. If I let this thing grow out, I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
look like a hobo.
I don't think your wife would accept you. She wouldn't want you back in the house after that.
Look, she doesn't want me clean shaven. She says I look weird clean shaven.
Yeah.
Um, even though that's when she first met me was when I was clean shaven. But then again, she says I can't have it too long either. So it's like I
Uh,
have to have this,
you need a happy medium.
which I have right now. I have the happy medium, I
No,
think.
I'm thinking about doing it just because I can only go so clean shaven for so long. I look like I'm 12 years old at times like this. So
Yeah, you look like you're 12 years old.
yeah. So hopefully by Monday for the playoff game, I can have like a little playoff beard coming in.
Playoff shadow.
Playoff shadow. There we go. I like it. I like it.
Well, let's get into this because, like we tweeted out, we have a pretty large schedule to talk about. So let's just start from the beginning. Um, last week, um, let's see, what was last week? Oh yeah, last week.
Last week
After
was last week.
after yes, last week was last week. So after the play-in playoff game, so that was on Wednesday, right?
Was that?
Yeah, because we were watching. We were last week recording with Sarah
Okay.
during those games.
That's right.
It
That's right.
it was the day after you decided to hit up college game day.
Friday.
Was it Friday?
It was Friday.
Oh my gosh. You see, I'm losing my days. This once a week thing is like really throwing me off. But fine. Friday, you decided to hit up pre-college game day.
Yeah, because obviously college game day is on Saturday, but Friday they did. For those of you guys who are familiar, they had the Pat McAfee show. Love that guy. Very hilarious guy. Did a couple years in the NFL. Now he has his own show on ESPN, and then they did college football live. But afterwards, I stood in line for 45 minutes plus, waiting for Pat McAfee. And if you
Well,
guys,
I need to ask,
yeah,
were there a lot of people like watching that show?
that were there in the crowd?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, tons of people, tons of people with,
Like how many? Like if you were to take a guess,
I would say, maybe close to 500, I'd say.
you think 500? You think maybe 1,000?
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, there was a good solid amount. A lot of signs, a couple of flags, definitely a lot of FU BYU chants too.
All right. We're sorry for our BYU followers. We are Utah fans, so don't unfollow us. We still respect you.
But yeah, so like I said, waited for the good old Pat McAfee for 45 minutes, and you guys can head to our Instagram, head to our Twitter, where he gives our podcast a nice shout out. So take the words from Pat McAfee and make sure you guys are listening and following along.
You didn't like have some kind of like revolver underneath his armpit, like give us a shout out right now.
Maybe I slid like a couple of 20s to him, like
But it almost like the way way you make it sound like it almost sounds like he was like the next Jesus, where he was like just like going into the crowd and everyone's like, "Ah,
I'm not gonna lie, he was signing a couple of guys' chests.
what the heck?"
There were some shirtless guys. They met. He was like, "Pat, sign my chest." He's like, "Oh, I got you." So Sharpie and all, he was just signing some guys' chests.
That's funny. Well, that's really cool. I mean, first off, he sounds like a really cool guy, but that's really cool that you're like, "Hey, give us a shout out." And in the video, he's like really chill
He
about doing the
was.
shout out.
He was so chill. I'm like, here's our podcast, here's RSL. But the one thing that I have against Pat McAfee, I'm sorry, he's an Inter Miami fan. He's an Inter Miami fan.
I mean, do you blame him? Really?
No, no, no.
I
But
mean,
the one strike we have with him, but other than that, very, very cool guy. Gotta love him. Thank you, Pat, for the nice kind words, nice shout out.
yay, thank you, Pat. Um, so that was really cool. And that, in fact, you threw me for a loop when you did that. Um, you sent me a message. You're like, post this right now. I'm like, what is this? And all of a sudden the video comes through. I'm like, oh. So nice job. Um, yeah, since I live so far away and you don't, so good job. And yeah, no, the other way. Whatever. Air 5.
I got you. I got you.
Um, so that was Friday. Saturday, well, actually, that same Friday, isn't that the same Friday that the MLS Cup playoffs started?
No, Saturday. Saturday.
Saturday. So we get into Saturday. Saturday, RSL doesn't play. It seems really weird. In fact,
Don't get me start. Don't get me started on this whole schedule. It's throwing me off. What days of the week?
like I don't get this MLS playoffs. I don't get this first round. This first round. Let's talk about this first round. First round is horrible. The format is horrible. I don't think we've ever commented on the format yet, have
No,
we?
because you got games like LAFC and Vancouver, who they literally go 5-2. The game was tied 2-2 at halftime. For those of you who weren't watching or following along, game was tied 2-2 at halftime. So I'm thinking, oh, Vancouver might have a fight. They might actually have a chance. But then you freaking have LAFC, who just goes balls to the wall and just drops 3 goals in the second half. So I just don't like this because you, aggregate doesn't matter. Um,
Which is killer because at this point it's like, why are you gonna bust balls and try to score as many as you can when those goals don't matter in the next game?
I will give credit to. I was watching the one game. It was the Cincinnati New York Red Bulls. I don't know if you caught that one.
I didn't watch it, no, because it was after the RSL game and I kind of just went into a blah.
It was my two favorite Argentines so far this league. You got Lucia Costa and freaking Barriel. They were going off in that game.
Right.
Barriel, like he was looking good before that, but they're playing New York, so it was just kind of an easy pickings for them in that game.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, so Saturday's games were kind of just blah, really. I mean,
Yeah,
I say blah because they were both blowouts.
well, you have 3-0 at halftime already for Philly against New England.
Yeah. So, like you said, this first round is horrible. Aggregate doesn't matter. First game, if you're blowing them out, it's like, why even try?
Yeah, because in the I think it was the LAFC or the Philadelphia game. At one point when New England was winning, they just literally just took out all of their starters, and they were just getting ready for game two.
Yeah,
So,
and that I mean, I get it, but
and
it just sucks.
yeah, they literally play on a Saturday, and then they don't play for an entire 7, 10 plus days later. So very, very long break in between games.
I get it. Like 1 week is fine. That kind of break is fine. But the fact that this first round is gonna last between 2 to 3 weeks is rough. And then afterwards, single eliminations. I need I need um 2 games
Well,
of
obviously they do this because of viewership, right? Because it's with Apple TV, which is a new viewer for MLS. They want more viewers, more people engaging into MLS because before it was just one round, boom, 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 playoffs were done. So I think they want more people viewing and getting people excited for soccer. That's what I believe.
I mean, yeah, I get it. It's their first year of this Apple product. But I don't think they're gonna do this in the future because you just lose. I want to know because I don't know where to look and if it's even available. I want to see how long people were actually watching these games for because I'll tell you, I watched the Philadelphia game up until halftime. Afterwards, I didn't watch. The LAFC game, I didn't watch because I didn't watch it because I thought it was at a certain time and all of a sudden wasn't and then
Yeah, I was watching that game up until no, I think it was up until LAFC scored that third goal, and then I was like, it's done for. Vancouver, I'm sorry, but you're not coming back.
yeah, there's like some games that are worth watching, but
I just don't feel like a lot of people are really engaging and tuning into this first round of the playoffs just because, like you said, it's just the new format. You have a lot of other things that are going on. You have college football that's going on. You have the NBA that just started. And frick, I don't even know if anybody's watching the World Series that just ended today.
I mean, I was telling you before, I had zero clue that the World Series was going on, let
Yeah,
alone that it was the actual final. Like,
yeah.
but that tells you how much I know. It's not even called a final; it's called the World Series. What? Yeah, it's just called the
The
World
World,
Series.
yeah, yeah.
See,
That's all it's called. It's as
tells
simple
you
as that.
tells you how much I care about baseball. Oops.
Yeah.
Um, and so okay, cool. Saturday there were games. Sunday was our game, but we'll get into that in just a minute. Cincy, New York played. St. Louis Sporting. Okay, that was the surprise of the weekend of the first round.
For me, it wasn't too much of a like, yes, there was an 8 seed beating a 1 seed, but I'm gonna call it not so much of an upset per se, because you have a Kansas City team that's loaded with experience in Alan Polito, you got Johnny Russell, you got Tim Melia, who is he's an old goalkeeper. And St. Louis, I mean, Kansas City came balls to the wall. I think they're up 3-0 at halftime. Let me look
Yeah,
back.
and no 3-1. 3-1 at
Or
halftime.
three, yeah. Tim Parker scored 28th
Yeah.
minute.
So here's the thing though. Johnny Russell didn't play at all.
Yeah, you're right, but yeah, you got Gadi Kinda, Remy Walter, who scored, and then Daniel Saloui, who had that assist. But they were just clicking so well for Kansas City in that first half. And mind you, the weather was very terrible in St. Louis, so maybe they're gonna blame the weather. But I just don't see St. Louis getting a win in this series just because none of those players have playoff experience. Like Klaus, first time in the MLS, Lowen, first time in the MLS, so they just don't have this MLS experience for the playoffs, along with Berkey.
I don't know. I maybe because my hate for Kansas City is just so strong that I just don't see them pulling this off. I don't.
You don't?
No, I don't. I mean, I know St. Louis is a weak team, but Sporting can't keep this up. They
Well,
can't.
they are going back to Kansas City where hell is real.
But hell wasn't real during the season.
They did
That's why
go they
I
did go
mean
the first 10 games without winning a game.
I mean where's our head to head for them? This has turned into a Kansas City St. Louis podcast for a minute here. Where's their flipping head to head? Here we are. Um okay, so maybe my mistake.
Yeah.
Sporting beat them once.
They did win that
At,
one game. Yeah,
that one game at their place.
at their place. So that's what I'm saying. I think it might be go. Kansas City's going to end this in 2 games.
I don't know. I still don't know. I I'm gonna trust my bracket.
I'm just yes, it would be nice of course for RSL's sake to have Kansas City kicked out of the playoffs. But I kind of want Kansas City just for the fact of if RSL does advance, then we get that home field advantage.
Well, fine. Yes, I understand that. That part, sure. I'm all for it.
That's the only reason why I would want Kansas City.
The only reason why I would even be cheering for that is because we have won our second game. Because I mean that's the only reason why I would even be thinking about that.
No, no, no. Of course, of course. Like if we were to win on Monday, if is good, then we'll be cheering for Kansas City some more.
I'm not going to word it that way. I'm going to word it like I hope that when when we win and move to the next round, I hope our opponent is Kansas City. There we are. That is saying it without saying I wish they win.
Exactly. I like the words out of your mouth. That was very nicely said.
I had to think about that. I was like, how do I mention this without saying the word win in the sentence? Yeah, no. Yes. All right, I get that. I'm down with that. So, um the rest of the lineup of the weekend was the game that I was looking forward to, which kind of left me like meh, I think, was the Orlando Nashville game.
Yeah, I was like, Nashville, where are you at? Where's your defense?
Bro, I was so disappointed. I was like,
Walker Zimmerman, what happened?
Mukhtar, where are you?
Yeah, but I gotta give credit to Orlando. That was a nice goal. That was
If Yep, that was the banger of the first round. At least the first game of the first round.
right, right.
Oh
I
my goodness.
I did miss the game today. Columbus, Atlanta.
Well, you didn't miss much.
I didn't miss much apparently.
Well, I will say this. I mean, you did miss much in the sense that Atlanta came out just to foul, just to play hard. There was no game tactic because Almada was suspended. Almada got a double yellow in the last game of the regular season, and suspensions carried
Oh,
over.
see,
Again, another thing from this playoff format.
I don't know how I feel about that. And I think if I remember correctly for this MLS playoff format, I think it's up into the conference final. That's when cards they're wiped off the record, and it's like a new slate.
I can't remember. To,
I, I,
to
I
be honest,
believe I believe so. I believe so. So, but that's very dumb. I don't like that. He's it goes back to the last regular season game, so it's suspended today. That's gonna suck. Honestly, going back home for Atlanta, so they have to. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. That is a tough
but
order for Atlanta.
remember, there's no whatchamacallit, there's no aggregate, so it don't
Yeah,
matter.
it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Just everybody just needs to win in advance.
Yeah. Oh, and the Seattle game, real quick, because we need to mention it only because Dallas is in big trouble right now. Like huge trouble. Do you know
Oh,
why?
another game. I did not watch this game.
The Seattle game?
I did not watch the Seattle game. So
I was
please
off and on.
educate me.
I'm only gonna educate on one thing that came out today. Um, Alan Velasco, one of their bigger stars that's been helping them,
Yep, the big time Argentine.
out ACL.
Oh, oh,
He's having surgery.
oh, oh man! Now Jesus has to take the wheel on this one.
Yeah, no, Seattle's going through.
Oh, frick! Dang it! So
Yeah,
you're saying no upsets in the West?
no, I didn't say that because RSL would be an upset.
Okay, okay. Well,
Oh,
I'm just saying
gee.
on that lower part. So because you
Yeah,
don't think you don't think Vancouver is going to advance of that series.
look, Vancouver is going home. LAC has not beat them at
That's true.
home.
That's true. That's true.
So,
So
so
there
you're
there
saying there's a chance?
there's a small glimmer of hope for the Canadians.
Oh, Canada. They're the only Canadian team in this, right? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
The hope of Canada. Let's go. Um, let's get into this RSL game real quick because there's some things we have to mention. Um, and
Starting with this, lineup.
let's start with the lineup because we were very depleted, like
Yeah,
super
so
depleted.
of course, no Chicho, still injured. No Glad, still injured. No Marcelo, went back to Uruguay for family matters. And is that everybody that was missing?
Um,
We had
I was
Sava was back. Yeah,
yeah.
I think it was just those three.
Why do we look so depleted then?
It's because we were without two center backs, so that's why we had to go with a back three.
Uh, well,
So
quote back three, quote unquote.
back three. So it started off with a back three with Oviedo in the right spot, Vera in the center back, and then Bodie in that right spot. And then we have Chang, Ojeda, and Nelly, Brody in that midfield with Luna, Rubin, and Sava up top.
I didn't.
So
The FOMOB has this as a 3-4-3. This was not a 3-4-3. This was a 3-2-2-2. I think.
so
Did I get that
my
right?
my my overall thoughts of this lineup, hated it, because
Yeah. What
I
what what did you hate? Tell me, because you're saying hate a lot, and it sounds like really strong.
okay. I did not like the idea of starting Rubin because he just seemed, in my opinion, very MIA, just not there, just not connecting with Savarino for any shots on goal. I would have liked to see Musovski up top with Luna and Savarino. But yes, maybe he's still getting coming back from injury. Yes, he's kind of working stuff some out. You're shaking your head. You don't agree?
I don't know. I don't know what's up with Moose. To be honest, I don't know. But yeah,
I
I
also
think
I also maybe I would have done no Chang and Gomez instead.
you really want my thoughts right now.
Let's hear it. Lay it on me.
I mean, just on that one, I think with Gomez, I think we're running into the same issue as with Julio. I think Gomez has the legs for one half or less in terms of all out speed, just going all 100%, 110%. And so I think that's why we're bringing him on as a sub because he's been playing super well as a
No,
sub.
absolutely. Absolutely.
The games that he started as of late, um, they've been they've been all right. Let me check when the last time he played 90 was.
But do you think it was a mistake for Pablo to not even use Nelson at all? Because Nelson didn't even start. He didn't come off the bench. He literally just rode the bench in this game.
So that's another one. I don't know what's going on with Palacio, to be honest, or I don't.
Yeah,
But with taking it out of any kind of context, I think it would have been better if we had Palacio
absolutely.
on the pitch.
Absolutely. We've seen how well Ojeda and Palacio work well together, and it just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same dynamic, wasn't the same chemistry that we saw with Anelli and Ojeda at all in that midfield.
Yeah. Okay. So now here's another thing because I feel like in past episodes we've been breaking this down like we've been watching film. We're gonna be a little bit more relaxed on this one. My overall feelings with this was Rubin does not pair well with Sava. And Nelly
No.
struggles to pair up with Sava. Brody struggles to pair up with Sava. Um, and I don't think it's a Sava problem, if that makes sense. Even though he's the common denominator, I think that those three do not play up to Savarino's
It's like
standard or
spe-
skill set.
speed and tactic.
I think it's more of a awareness, a situational awareness. You had Sava who'd get the ball and expect Rubin to make a darting run,
Mhm.
either towards the sideline or into the middle, like a through ball. But
Yeah.
Rubin would like do a fake run and then come back and look for a square pass. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Several times where he would do that pass and he would just throw his hands into the air, just get frustrated at Rubin. And it's not just happened in this game, but it's happened in games in the past where we see those two playing together. And just something needs to change because
Well, I mean,
we
it's not like something needs to change. The only thing that needs to change is the person. Like
yeah,
Rubin cannot be placed with Sava. If
yeah,
Sava's gonna play, Rubin cannot play. I don't think
exactly.
this was a
Exactly.
situation where we were desperate to put Rubin in. I think you're right. I think if big if
Big
I
if.
if I could if if Moose was feeling all right, then he should have been starting.
Yeah. I
Um,
there's also another uh, people will disagree with me, but I personally would have done a back four. This would have been my back four. Oviedo, but what about a Vera Lambert and then a Brody or Hidalgo on that right side?
well, we did get a Vera Lambert.
But I'm just talking about to start the game off with.
Um, like I'm with you. I'm all for Lambert. Um, and I think he's gonna be an critical, very crucial, actually. Not only because of what.
It just doesn't make any sense in with a team especially like Houston with their core like Hector Herrera, Carrasquilla, Baird to be doing that back three when you're literally having Vera do all that work by himself.
So I have a comment for you that when we put out the starting lineup,
Okay.
okay, a a X user named Dr. Cheese McDicamus, we're gonna call him at Mr. Big Tough Guy, said when we put out the lineup, he said maybe Houston will be as confused as I am and won't know how to play this bizarre lineup. To which I said, that's why I think this lineup is just meant to disrupt with a possibility of a counter or some kind of set play.
Well,
Which,
it definitely didn't confuse Houston.
well, ish, because he said it almost worked, and I agree when he said it almost worked, because the idea for me with this midfield was to disrupt their midfield. Yes, I understand they controlled everything, but
hmm
it wasn't in vain because this for me this whole game was a defensive effort.
Yeah.
It was just pure defense.
Yeah.
Let's look at the stats. The
Yeah.
stats was
I was just looking at that myself. First half alone, you had 74% possession for Houston to our 26, 372 passes to our 112. That is unreal. Like it's sad. So sad.
no, but it but here's the thing. It's not sad if you know what the game plan was. In
Just
the
yeah.
in the Hablo con Pablo, my favorite section, um
Yes, it is.
I'm telling you, you get so much insight, and I think people don't appreciate the content that's there. Whether you agree with it or not, it's there. There's stuff to dissect. Anyways, um, it sounds like they're just coming out just um, to. I'm thinking of a Spanish word, and I can't think of the English word.
Please.
This is really bad.
Your Spanish segment.
Spanish, they're trying to amortiguar. They're trying to um like
Tug of
suck.
war.
No, they're trying to suck in the blow. They're trying to like um. This is really embarrassing. Can you believe this? Like we're trying to be professional. I can't even think of English words right now. This is great. Um, they're just trying to take the blow, I guess. How else you trying to say that? They're trying to take the impact and try to soften it. Because they know that Houston is going to come out like exploding. So the lineup that's out there is just to withstand the blows from Houston. That's
And
all I can think about.
it definitely did for the first 20 minutes until we get a Carrasquilla to Hector Herrera pair up for the first goal of the match.
But I mean, it Was it really a good goal?
No, it was just it's this very similar to the second goal by Bassi, where it's just a bad clearance. Just nobody could clear the ball, and lo and behold, Hector Herrera just pounces and just slots that one past McMath.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like we were putting up a good fight in terms of like we were make I think we're doing a good job at what we came out to do. But in Diablo con Pablo, Pablo says, clean it up. Because I think he saw, well, I mean, obviously he sees he's watching the whole game, not like the rest of us.
Yeah,
Um, I think he saw what we just mentioned, where the passes um to Sava, especially to Sava. I don't know why people were especially those three, Brody and Nelly and Rubin, were having a hard time with Sava, but it's like the passes were not sharp at all, which turned into turnovers.
yeah. And speaking of that, literally right into start the second half, those players that we were just talking about, Rubin, Chang, but Bodie, Hidalgo, they all get subbed off. So then we get a humongous change. We get Julio, Gomez, and then like we mentioned, we get Lambert coming in to come back into that back defense with Vera.
Well, and Lambert again comes on in an unfortunate situation because Bodie comes off injured. I haven't seen anything in any reports of what the injury is.
No, I haven't. Hopefully it's nothing severe. Hopefully it's not to the same level as Justin Glad because we don't know the status of Justin Glad either. Because being kind of depleted on our defense is not looking good, not a great sign. But I thought for the time being, I thought Vera and Lambert looked pretty decent together. What were your thoughts on that?
Um, I think they did the best that they could. Lambert is still trying to get up to speed with MLS. Since he's been with USL for his whole career.
Yeah,
um,
like almost 10ish years.
yeah, but I think I think they did just fine in terms of there wasn't much confusion. Um, but it didn't take away from the fact that we are still getting bombarded by Houston. Um, the saving grace out of all this was exactly what I mentioned in that comment. It was disrupt with a possibility of a counter. And what
And
happened?
and lo and behold, we have Anderson Julio, the freaking Energizer Bunny, who just goes off, just darts on that left side, and he's just running, finds a wide open Diego Luna, and just slots it right past the keeper for the tying goal, which was beautiful. Makes it 3 games in a row for a goal for Luna, the youngest player in RSL history to score in a playoff game. And it just shows you that Pablo and his staff have so much trust in a 20-year-old to start a playoff game in Houston, a tough environment. So, wow, that is impressive.
I mean, I think it's impressive when you look at other kids his age. There are a lot of youngsters in
Yeah,
this league
yeah,
though.
absolutely, absolutely, there are.
But
But
yes,
the
it's
fact to be going that fast on a counter, great, awesome by Anderson Julio to be able to notice Diego Luna and just spot him out and get that pass.
you point out a good thing there. I think there's been a lot more trust happening within the team because I
Mhm.
think before we probably would have seen Anderson Julio take that on by himself, try to do a one-on-one.
And then it
And and
just,
and that's what I was afraid of. All of us were like, Luna, get it over to Luna. And
yeah.
because we're all thinking he's gonna try to take this on. Um, I think the amount of trust has increased on the team. And I'm really happy for that. I'm really happy for Gomez, the pass to Anderson. That was incredible because he did make he made a quick move to get around a defender. And it's one of those that we probably think it's totally normal at this level, but to be able to get a move to get around your defender and have that space awareness to just send your guy through takes skill
But
too.
do you wanna know an interesting fact? With that goal and assist by Julio to Luna, that was Julio's first assist this season.
Out of all the goals he scored, that's his first assist.
That was Julio's first assist this season. That
It
was
it doesn't surprise me though, because most of the time when he touches the ball, he's usually on a breakaway trying to score himself.
right, right.
So it doesn't surprise me. So I think that's why it was so surprising that he actually found Luna.
found Find a wide open player to slot it home. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw Luna score that goal, I was like, we actually have a chance. Whether we go straight to PKs or we actually win this, like we actually might have a chance to pull off a win.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. So remember what my prediction was?
You had a 1-1 PK loss for us.
I did. I was thinking, you know what? I'm gonna nail this. I'm gonna nail this. Man, I was so close. I felt
You,
so good. But
I if we're gonna, I was almost close too. I had a 2-0. I had a 2-0 for Houston.
I guess you were close too. The only one that was like way off was Sarah.
Yeah, I don't know what she was smoking. Like,
I mean, poor thing. She barely knows any soccer right now, so we'll
yeah,
give her
it's
the
okay.
benefit of the doubt. But before even that goal, even being down 1-0, it's not like I had like the confidence that we're gonna win this for sure. But I wasn't disappointed personally. I wasn't disappointed with how we were playing. It, it's
It just seemed like for me it was just a change of mentality, a change of effort with those subs that came in with Gomez, with Julio, along with Lambert for his defensive effort. It just seems like more pace on the ball.
But so here's my question to you. With the players that we had available, um, injuries and whatnot,
Mhm.
um, would you have expected a worse or actually yes, you expected a worse loss, but when you saw the lineup, did you expect us to be able to put up the kind of fight that we put up?
Oh, 100% no. No.
I mean, I mean,
Because
I, I mean, I mean, I'm really asking you honestly.
if I'm being honest, I seeing this lineup, seeing Houston's lineup and then seeing our lineup, I was still expecting a 2-0 victory for Houston.
I don't know. There's something that when I saw the
There's just
lineup, I was
there's
like,
just something about not having only having one center back just always just scares me, and it's just always it's always a struggle.
I don't know. I saw this lineup, and the first thing I thought was Goonies.
They never say die. They never do say die. And
I mean, that's what it looked like to me. I was like, these are a bunch of Goonies. Like we're gonna pull something off. I mean,
so
we pulled off a goal.
so which RSL players is the fat kid that's gonna go, "Hey you guys."
No, that's not that guy. The little fat guy's the Truffle Shuffle.
Yeah, which RSL player is that?
Who's the Truffle Shuffle kid? Hmm. Truffle Shuffle award goes to
Oviedo?
I don't know. Hey, everyone, tell us who your Truffle Shuffle award is for the Goonies, because I can't say it's Luna. Even though he's short, I can't say it's Luna. He's not the Truffle Shuffle kid.
No, no, definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll think of it. But um, again, I wasn't disappointed with this loss. And I guess we've been complaining about the first round format where it's like we hate that it's not aggregate. Here I'm
I will
like,
I will
I'm
say
glad it's not aggregate.
in the second half, though, Houston did hit the post twice. I think it was Hector Herrera who hit it early in the second half, and then we have, I think it was Bassi. I can't remember if it was Bassi or Carrasquilla, one of the two. It probably wasn't either of the two, but McMath came 30 yards off his line, and they go to chip the keeper, drills the crossbar, and it goes over.
Oh, that was like in the 93rd minute.
Oh, 93rd minute. Why was I thinking? I thought that was like before their second goal.
I don't know. I'm searching through all their goals, all 14 of their second half goals. And the only crossbar one was the 93rd minute.
93rd minute. Okay.
Um,
Yeah, because
oh,
I remember McMath just came so far off his line. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And then they just go just go to chip the keeper so far off, and we got lucky. Just hit the crossbar and just goes over.
I do need to mention this though. Um, second half, foul starting in a little chippy. Do you
Yeah.
remember one foul that I was afraid of this one? Julio's foul.
Oh, that's not the one I was thinking of, but yeah, that's also one.
Which one were you thinking about?
That's the one that I told you about at the end of the game. It was the Carrasquilla, the one that he got a yellow that it should have been a red.
You think
It
it
was
should have
the
been a red?
100%, 100% should have been red.
Hmm.
97th minute. I think it was the last. I think it was like one of the last plays of the game. He got a yellow card. He came in studs up. I can't remember who he did the tackle on,
Yeah, I can't
but
remember.
it was very very blatant. I
Here's
I
here's my thoughts.
It would have been
Because
nice for us because can you imagine no Carrasquilla for the next game?
well,
Oh
I texted you. I was like, I thought it was the second yellow because
no,
I don't know.
no.
There's some yellows being thrown out. How many yellows were in this entire game?
One, two. There's only four yellows.
Oh yeah, only four. Anyways, Julio's scared me because I thought that was gonna be red.
It was a tough challenge.
But it was all legs bent in. There was no like straight leg studs going out at the keeper.
Hmm.
So it makes you almost think like, bro, what were you thinking? But
But
at this,
the keeper was kind of in my mind kind of making like a meal out of it. He just kind
he
of he
he made it.
jumped and
He made a
he
meal out of it. But do you know what that foul meant for me? That was a statement.
yeah.
Goonies. That's all that statement was. Goonies.
Now if Luna does score a goal this on Monday, I want to see his celebration doing the truffle shuffle now.
Truffle shuffling.
Like we
Should,
have
should,
we have we have Glad that does the old man dance. We're gonna have Luna that does the truffle shuffle. There we go.
I like it. I like it. Anyways, that if I were to put a title to this game, it was Goonies.
It definitely was. It definitely was. Unfortunate results. We kind of all saw it coming, but it hurts worse when it actually is the final outcome. But glad for the effort that we were able to put out for the players that were missing. But we just got to keep our head up and just move on to the next game.
So, with that, we did put out a poll.
We did
Thank you
put out a
to
poll.
thank you to the few that participated. We really appreciate it. I should probably open up. I put the poll in two different places because well, we have other people that follow us in other places. So give me 2 seconds while I pull up those results
Well,
as well.
I have the poll results.
And X, but I have I pull up the Facebook one too.
Okay, well, I have here. I'll read off our. So the poll was. Do you want to read off our question for this poll?
Go ahead.
So whether this is a good time, we need to know from you guys after this game. What what was the vibes? What were you guys feeling after this one? 30% of you guys on Twitter said game two is ours. On to game three. Very optimistic. Okay. 27% of you guys said we'll see. Pretty hesitant. Okay. 25% of you guys said TBH, I'm kind of not feeling it. Okay. And then 18% of you guys are already thinking about the off season.
Boo.
You guys are already thinking about cleaning the lockers out.
I mean, I'm glad that there's in the most part, if we were to take a overall 57% of you are we'll see, but we're positive kind of thinking.
I want to know where are you at out of these?
Well, with well, before we do that, I need to tell you what the Facebook people thought.
Okay, let's hear about Facebook.
Um, the Facebook people said game two is ours, bring on game three, 44%. So 44% was the winner.
Okay.
In fact, it was the same order. The we'll see, hesitant but positive was at 35%.
Okay.
The to be honest, not feeling it was 19%, a lot lower.
Yeah.
A lot lower? How much lower? Oh yeah, by like 6%. And then Off season now. The off season people, one person, 2%.
Okay. So it looks like on both Twitter and Facebook, we have a lot of optimistic people.
But it's because of this, and this is why I'm going to tell you. This is what I think too. I'm kind of in between the game two is ours slash we'll see hesitant positive. I'm more leaning towards we got this only because one, we have people coming back. Pablo has already mentioned that Silva was already going to be practicing this week. Glad was still in the um, Chicho was in the we may see him this game.
Yeah, it's one of those for Chicho. If he doesn't start, he'll come off the bench kind of scenario.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think we're going to see Rubin starting. I really don't. If he's been taken off at halftime, that means he's not up to game speed, which means we could be seeing a um, Moose Chicho,
I'm
or
definitely I'm definitely in the same kind of boat as you. I'm in the we'll see very hesitant just because same kind of ordeal. If we don't have those players in the first game, but if we're moving into the game two and we're gonna have those, and
now.
you see.
And I'm still again still on this positive note because I think there's going to be a lot of lineup changes as well.
I told you after game one, I feel like Houston is gonna be going very hard, very attack minded because they just need to win this game and it's over. Pack up the bags for RSL. So that's how I feel like they're gonna be coming out with this. Maybe I'm thinking it kind of differently. What do you think?
Um, I'm Here's the thing with how we put up against them with their full 100% starting lineup and
Yeah,
our I think we're at 60 to 70%, to be honest.
yeah, that's pretty fair.
If we were to put up that kind of fight, I think if you give me a Moose or a Chicho as up top, if you change out Chank for Gomez, if you change out Anelli for Palacio, you take out Bowden, you put in Silva, um, and you slide Brody back to a right back spot. I think you have a really strong lineup. Um, and
It's
I
definitely
think
one that could actually put up a fight. Because yeah, like I do agree. Like Houston was going with their full lineup for their full starting attack, and yeah, I feel like if we do make those slight changes with those three players, then we could see a totally new dynamic because playing at home definitely brings a different style, different urgency for RSL.
well, because listen to this. If with the starting lineup that we put up in the first game, you take out Rubin and put in Moose. So you have Sava and Moose up top. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah,
Take out Chang and put in Gomez.
yeah,
Take out Anelli and put in Palacio and move Brody back down.
agreed.
So you have a 4-4-2, but you'd obviously put Luna on the wing and Gomez on the wing. So you have Gomez and Luna on the wings, Sava and Moose up top, Ojeda and Palacio as the defensive midfielders. I think that is a good enough lineup to give us a win.
I absolutely agree. I agree that that actually is a good change.
So I'm just saying we have a chance.
Just one game. Just one game.
I mean,
It's just
it is just one game.
it's just one game and we're back in this. That's all you need to tell yourself going into this one.
Yeah. So, um, should we do it?
I believe we should because there's no other playoff games to we had a playoff game today. This format is so weird. So dumb. We've mentioned so many times the schedule sucks, but
What? All right. So let me say this real quick. I don't understand why Columbus and Atlanta played
we're
so late.
yeah.
As in like Wednesday. We're at Wednesday. Why didn't they play Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
For me personally, I believe 'cause I think there's like an even amount of teams, like two, four. There's like 8 teams total on
All
each
right.
side.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they should do four on one day, four on the next day. Like it's
I
as simple as that.
I don't know.
Or
I
or what they should do is two West Coast one day, and then 2 East Coast that same day, and then switch.
You make too much sense.
Like this every single day. I don't like it. I can understand for maybe viewership, but like, oh, let's do it every single day for people to watch, to tune in, but not a fan. Not a fan at all. So
Yeah. Um, I do want to say before we get into any kind of prediction time, um, that yes, we do still have the bracket. The bracket is closed. The
am I
bracket
winning?
competition.
Am I winning a chance?
There's no points yet. So that's
Ah,
that's what I'm here to explain. There's no points yet,
ah.
and you probably already know that. If you're listening to this, that means you're probably as intense as we are with this bracket. But there's no points yet because apparently you need to finish out the first round.
What is this?
What is this? So
It's
we won't
okay.
be.
If points actually did count right now, I think I would be in last place because I picked St. Louis, I picked Vancouver, so all the
You,
teams.
you did pick Vancouver, you dummy. um, so we won't see any points until Saturday after games start finishing and we start seeing people.
Man, you're so optimistic that teams are going to be winning in game two. Like,
It's Cincinnati
hey, they're, give some give New York a chance.
and also Seattle is playing. So I can
Dallas a
guarantee
chance.
I can guarantee you those games are done this Saturday.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But my friend, with that being said, you know what time? It's prediction time.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay. I like this. We're back at home, back at America First Field. Yes, we've lost to Houston 3 times this season, but like we said, we have 3 players back. We're gonna possibly have Chicho back. We're gonna have Silva back, and that's gonna be huge. That is gonna be huge for our lineup. So we're gonna find a win. It's gonna be a hard fought win. It's gonna be 1-1 in penalty kicks.
Ooh, that's too much stress for my heart.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
One of us is gonna be going in cardiac arrest if that happens.
oh, flip. It's probably gonna be me. Um, so I'm on the same boat. I'm feeling pretty positive. The energy coming off, even though it was a loss, there's a lot of good things that we've already talked about. And I think we can take those positives and push it forward. Um, I hope it's not toxic positivity, but I feel like there's a lot of confidence in this group to be
Ooh,
able to pull out the result. It's going to be a win, and it's going to be a win in regulation time. It's going to be a 2-1 win for RSL.
nice, nice, nice. Very nice.
Positives.
That's what we like to see. Positives, positives only. Awesome. Well, it's not until Monday night. We'll have Monday night football.
Monday Night Football.
Monday night football. So make sure you guys are there at America First Field, 7 o'clock kickoff. It's kind of an early one.
Oh, and I've, because Trey's been mentioning it to everyone, and you've mentioned it to me, this is our first home playoff game since 2019. Try to go. I know it's a Monday night. I
Did I
know it's
did,
a
did I mention fireworks?
Oh, that's right.
There's
Fireworks. So
gonna be fireworks. There's not gonna be just fireworks on the field, but there's gonna be fireworks in the sky.
so be there because first playoff game in four years at home.
Yeah.
Um we have the possibility of pushing us to a game three. I mean, there's
Everybody,
I,
this will be the equivalent of going to a game 7 in the NBA. So we need to try for a game 7
I we'll say it's a game six
or
where
game
where
6.
where we're down 3-2.
We're down 3-2 in the series. We need to make this go to a game 7. Or
Exactly. Perfect.
so everybody, be loud, be proud, and let's get this W on Monday for some Monday night football.
The heck? Stop it.
Awesome.
Um
But if you guys are not already, head over to Twitter, head over to Instagram, and follow us at the RSL Bros, as well as we've got Spotify and Apple. So you guys can be on the run, doing errands and whatnot to catch us there.
Yeah. And if you want to catch our facial reactions, we're also on YouTube because you're already watching us right now. But until next time, which well, if I'm not at the game, Marcus is at the game. Find
I
him.
I will be there. I will be there with more stickers. So if you guys didn't get stickers at the last game, I will be there with tons of stickers. So come see me and come get a sticker if you haven't gotten one yet.
Get one. Get one and be cool.
But until next week, we'll break down a game 2 for you guys. Take care, guys. Ka-chow!
Peace. Ciao, ciao.